Hey Ashy, I'm going to read you a story before you take your rest, okay? I love you. This is one of your favorites. The 14 Bears, Summer and Winter. Once upon a time, in the summer forest, there were 14 bears. There was Daddy Bear and little Theodore, and Victoria, that was the mother bear, and Virginia, Veronica, Ramona, Henrietta, Flora and Dora, Gloria, Emma, Anna, Johanna, and Hannah, and they all lived in hollow trees. All the trees looked different inside. One had plump chairs with fringe, one had a velvet couch, one had furniture with painted flowers, this one had a modern couch, this one had a braided rug, and this one had a Chinese screen. Which one is your favorite, Asher? My favorite is this one and this one because they look the coziest. This bear's house had a fireplace, this bear's house had a marble mantle, and this bear's house had a red tile floor. This bear's house was like a castle, and this one was small and cozy. Each bear had a separate tree house, except little Theodore. Because he was so little, he stayed with his mommy and daddy. On this page, I think my favorite is probably this one. I think this one, because it looks cozy. What's your favorite one? Every day, the 14 bears walked paw in paw through the forest, and the birds sang, and the breeze blew, and the sun beat on their ears. When they got hot, they went swimming in a big, deep, clear pool. There were lots of fish in the pool, but the bears never tried to catch them, so they were all good friends and played together. Then the bears lay down on the warm sand until their fur was dry and glistening. When the bears were hungry, there was always lots of honey. Flora had a honey farm with very special bees. They made different flavors of honey: chocolate and vanilla, strawberry, maple, and sometimes coconut. What's your favorite ice cream, Asher? I think I'd like the coconut one. Then the 14 bears walked home paw in paw through the forest, and the birds sang, and the breeze blew, and the sun beat on their ears. They climbed on the step branches and closed the bark doors. And when night came, they went to bed, and they slept, and they slept, and they slept and slept till morning. This is my favorite. I think that's your favorite bedroom too, isn't it? And all the bears, from Anna to Gloria, had pleasant dreams all the summer night long. And that's the story of the 14 bears, the first story. Let's see, I think this is our favorite bed, isn't it? Because it's all cozy and she can climb up her little step. Let's read the next one. The 14 Bears in Winter. One day, Mother Bear looked out from her hollow tree in the forest clearing to see what her children, Anna, Dora, Emma, Flora, Gloria, Hannah, Henrietta, Johanna, Ramona, Veronica, Virginia, and little Theodore were doing. Snow fell on her nose. It was winter. Father Bear hurried his family to bed in their hollow trees. After a fine 2-month-long nap, little Theodore began wriggling in the bed next to his parents in the big hollow tree. Mother Bear told him to go back to sleep. They were hibernating. Little Theodore didn't know what hibernating meant. He didn't really know what winter meant. So Father Bear said that they could all put on warm clothes and go outside to find out. Outside, everything was very white and bright and cold. They all ran to their pond. It was frozen hard. The friendly fish were fast asleep deep down in the mud. Flora ran to her honey farm. The friendly bees were snuggly dreaming in their hive. The 14 bears began to walk paw in paw through the forest. The winter sun beat on their ears and snow squeaked beneath their feet. All at once the forest stopped. The bears stood staring at the farmyard and the big house. Right in front there was a snowman wearing a large sign. Henrietta, who had on her glasses, read the sign aloud. "Welcome, neighbors, gone to Grandma's. Make yourselves at home." "I don't believe that means us," said Mother Bear. "Well, we're neighbors," cried little Theodore. All the bear children were excited. There were such fine playthings in the yard. "We won't do any harm," said Father Bear. So Flora pushed Dora in the swing, and Johanna, who loved to dance, put on skates and skimmed across some ice. Ramona found some bright winter berries. Father Bear and little Theodore went skiing, and Mother Bear tried snowshoeing. Emma, Hannah, Veronica rode a sled down a hill and knocked the snowman flat. Father Bear said the time had come to leave. They put all the playthings away. Then they built a bigger snowman, and he looked just like Father Bear. Last of all, they peeped into the house. Inside, they saw a tree. It was hung with sparkling balls, golden stars, and silver rope. Pa and Pa, the 14 bears, walked back through the forest. Snow shook down on their ears, sunset shimmered on their fur, and in the clearing they had just enough time before dark to hang ornaments on their trees. Virginia painted silver twigs as far as she could reach. Anna used a ruffled petticoat. Emma and Gloria hung out knitting wool. Ramona set her holly on the branches. Little Theodore gathered pine cones for Hannah while she played him the guitar. And Johanna made some snowballs, and so did Father. Veronica tied hair bows to hers. And Mother Bear scattered nuts and berries out for Flora and Dora because they were half asleep. Henrietta wrote down their adventure. When it was quite dark, the bears climbed their branch steps and opened their bark doors and went back to bed. All the trees had been trimmed, except the biggest one. In the morning, it was the most beautiful of all, hung with icicles. Birds had eaten the nuts and berries from the snowy ground, and they had hopped out a message. Sleep tight, good neighbors. See you in the spring. And that's the second story of the 14 bears. I love you, Asher. Have a good rest.